What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Bringing you a video for June 9th, 2024. It is Sunday, and we are going back to the NBA. So I don't even remember we definitely didn't have solidified picks for the MLB, but I don't remember if I mentioned Jerks and Profar last night. He was the one that I took for the Padres game. If you guys remember, I was saying that Fade Nelson is for sure the move. It was basically my play of the day today for VIP. Was Padres money line. I gave that out for free as well. So hopefully you guys cash in on that. But out of all people, Jurickson's the only one that didn't get a hit on the Padres starting lineup. It's just absolutely absurd. That's such a brutal L to sell the parlay today, but it's whatever. VIP was 5-2, so we're just absolutely murdering it on there right now. I'm up like 16 units in the past 8 days just on MLB, so go check that out. I've been trying to tell you guys you should get on there, but I am on fire right now. But regardless, we're getting into the NBA. I got 3 legs that I'm taking for you guys. We're going to lock this one in on Sleeper. If you guys aren't on Sleeper, please use my code IOPICKS to get your $100 deposit match. $300. Go lock it in if you guys haven't already. You guys can also lock this in on Chalkboard if you want. Same thing. IOPICKS is my code. I appreciate you guys. If you do use that, it helps me out. But without further ado, guys, let's go and get into the picks. NBA's back, baby. So that game 1 was just something else, honestly. I was sweating that so hard. I took Mavs plus 22.5 on the live spread, and that was sketchy. I doubled down on it too, but it was a interesting game. But hopefully we have not a blowout in this game. But even with this pick, it kind of is going along with the blowout. Kristaps looked great in his first game back. The Celtics came out before the game and said that they aren't going to give him minute restrictions. I doubted that. I mean, coming back, who knows how they can get away with some of that stuff in the injury report. It's like, I don't know if that's official or what, but they were for sure lying. I felt like they weren't going to give him full minutes anyway, but he did only get 20 minutes. We'll go back into the 10. He only got 20 minutes in that game. We can take them for their word that he was going to get normal minutes because it was a blowout. They didn't need to play him. So it is what it is on that, but he got 26 and he looked great. He was just a monster from the midpoint range. So I think that the 21.5 PR line is going to be pretty good. I don't even remember how many rebounds he got. 6. So he cleared his 5.5 line, which is good. But even with 5, I think that we're still like right on par for this. And I think the Celtics are going to come out and play hard again. We'll see how the Mavs can scheme and get back around what they were doing to the Timberwolves, because they looked terrible in that game. And I personally think, I mean, I'm not really a fan of either of them. I'll just be honest. So I don't really have a bias, but it seemed like the Celtics were getting away with so much. Like the Mavs did not have a lot of calls go their way. They kind of did in like the third, and that's when the game moved back. I think they brought it within like 8 at some point, but that's when the refs were actually giving them some calls. But regardless, I think that Kristaps is going to be pretty active. And if he can get to that like 25-ish minute range, let's see. Yeah, around like 25, 26, getting towards his average. And even a 30-plus game, I think that this cashes all day. So we're taking that for the first leg. Second one shouldn't surprise you guys at all if you've been paying attention. We're doing PJ over, it's 10 plus. It's the alt line on Sleeper. They've still got good juice on it right now. It's like a 1.3 line, which is pretty good for the most part for an alt. I like that. We were taking the 4+ rebounds as well, but that juice just is not there, so it's not even worth adding it. But I like this one. PJ's been playing very well in the playoffs. I mean, his ceiling is very high, as I've mentioned this before. It was, I don't know how many times in a row we've taken PJ for the alt line part of the lays, but he's been playing great. So we're just kind of riding the hot hand here. He had 14 in the last game, in a game where the Mavs were struggling. So I think that he's going to get his production, 9 for his last 10, 13 out of his last 15. He's just been playing really well. So we're going to continue to go back to him until he sells us, but he hasn't yet, either on the 4+ rebound or the 10+ points. So that's what we got for our second. And then third, we're going Daniel Gafford over 8.5 PA. So Gafford also and Lively both struggled quite a bit in that game, and they're going to need them in this game. If they want any chance at getting back in this series, they're going to need both of them to play well against Al Horford and Kristaps. But Gafford still cleared this in a game where They were all struggling, and he's been pretty consistent on it overall in the playoffs. We've taken this before as well. He's 12 for his last 15, 9 for his last 10 on the line. He's got a pretty good ceiling, but I like it because I think he can clear this on points alone, and I think they're very much going to need both him and Lively in this game. So I'm assuming that they're going to scheme differently than they did, like I said earlier, than the first game, and I think that getting their bigs more involved is going to be a way that they can get back in the series. So that's kind of my analysis on it. I also just really like the consistency for Gafford. And yeah, I mean, I think that it's a pretty consistent line. It's a good line. 8.5 is kind of right around where it should be. But like I said, like his ceiling, like his consistency, that's what we're doing. So that is our 3 picks for the day, guys. Kristaps over 21.5 PR, PJ Washington 10 plus points, and Daniel Gafford over 8.5 PA. Those are our 3. I will get the video out in the morning for the people that watch on shorts and whatever. But for those that are watching the long form videos, appreciate you. Make sure you guys like the video, comment below. Let me know if you guys are tailing. Share it with your friends. Anything helps, guys. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.